The New Roots and the Old, 1976. The new roots and the old, we began beloved and yet star-crossed, for you so trusting not to see I lacking sense of all my needs, my appetite to be affirmed, guilty, unable and unwilling to lay the past behind. We never rose to see all this for what it was. Instead, we, holding hands, groped by thicket after mire, thinking each would be the last. We failed to see the landscape as a whole, the general swampy ground long there before we came, the thorny growth that tore and made us bleed. Oh, if only we could have laughed at all of this, these foibles everywhere. Our reason said were not so real, yet real enough. They clutched at us and scarred our souls. But we, too busy looking forward, saw nothing of this all. We marched across the field to reach the hill and on, when if we'd stopped and seen the resting place, the grassy knoll and spring, we'd live to tell it all and celebrate some afternoon. Hope and trust and faith and rationality worked to keep us out of touch with earth and earthiness and life in all its ways. This lack of moisture, this heat, the tender love was singed like drying daisies in the sun. The sweet cream lost and earned a rancid air. A sour taste in bottles left to warm that might a cellared vintage made. My part was there and so was yours. Between us both we failed to see the way, to bridge the way with knowledge of the fools. At first we had a mother wit, but laid it all aside, somewhere we did. We thought we knew, yet knew we not. Two fools, and yet not fools who knew the jest of passion gone awry, the pain of laughter taunting self, its healing art, to fill our sail with saucy air and send our leaky craft along its way. No sky and sea to see it all against, to see the folly as a farce played on our tipsy stage. But yet we ask what broth we ought to brew, what sour leaven still a loaf create, what spice, what clove, what crumpled saffron might yet we conjure with, to rescue love and life and folly at its best. What theme or themes, what taste or tastes, for teeth and gums to chew. Our heads are cracked and full of devil's dew, without the least of prophet's words to settle on a compass true. How do we know which folly to pursue? Perhaps there is the key. The folly's choice is one we cannot say, for if we did, there'd be a fault for sure, as true north lies aside its compass point. There'd be a tilt, a twist, all our own. The grassy spot we'd want, the near morass we'd find. Our faulty maps, coordinates, and skews would lead us such a dizzy chase, fatigued and out of sort, no appetite for sport, we'd have a knotted skein that only laughter could undo. In such a pungent dew come post the earth in fevered view, the antiquated seeds could sprout and give us both the lovely sight of gardens in the wild, to wander in just when we wish and pluck bouquets all very fair, and yet no two alike. The native plants, unwanted weeds, but yet knew all the ways to live on patchy slopes unseen. The rank absurd, with thanks for crevices of soil. Just enough for roots to cling and search for moisture from the older times. The new roots and the old, all twining thus, giving to wind-blown petals new. 1976.